at last I've come to the end of my current dangle making season. Been making Halloween dangles. Just thought I'd show you some of the ones that I've made. This one, it's a rusted flat-ended key with an altered Scrabble tile and a gilded key. I'm going to stand up to make sure I've got all these in frames and you can see them. So that is one. This one is one of my favourites, the boo on the Scrabble tiles. But yeah, there's the scary rub-on words on the back there, and the little bat that I made as well. A lot of these are inspired by Robbie and Dudley Hives, the Artsy Bohemian, the Spookettes, some by Sagita. It's one that I love as well, the spider on there. Let's make some room. I get a bigger craft room and I'm still not got enough room. That's the one that I did that maybe, I put the diamond glaze on there if you remember, and that's the one I've made for sort of on front of the book that I embossed the feather. Another of the Sagita inspired ones. This one, got a longer chain on here with some beads that I did, Tim Holtz, Halloween butterfly and mica, and then a clip on the end of there off an old necklace. This one is the one with a little, stick that down, the little handmade little bottles made out of vintage beads again, Shrinking ink. A little bottle that I've sort of grunged up there, it says 1542. Little Halloween beads, etc. And so they continue. One of the altered bones, the faux bones. That's the one I did yesterday. I don't think I showed you the back of them yesterday. I like this one as well. This is the one with the faux skeleton bony hand. This is one of the altered flowers, and I thought the colours went really well for Halloween. That's inspired by Mare at Lilac Pages. Excuse me, you know when you just feel a cough coming on. Boo! Another Halloween. Well, it's the colours. Again, it's a Tim Holtz butterfly with mica on the top there. Another rusted bottle top with a Scrabble piece and rusted thimble, a little key, and the primitive sort of dangly wires that I made myself. Now I'm going to be using some of these to make my big fluffy dangles. That's a paper clip with the mica. But what I don't use up, I am actually going to put into my, some of them I'm going to put into my shop. There's the primitive holder that I made myself out of rusted wire. This one, that's the mica on top of, I think that's an image of what they thought Jack the Ripper might look like. Ooh, not very nice. Got a couple of skeletons and a pumpkin on there, Tim Holtz, and another couple of these. So those are ones I've made up, and I want to show you how I'm going to use them. So here is my box of things that I've made. So I've done the Shrinking inks, which I loved. Oh, that's the way around. I love doing the Shrinking inks. These are what I had from Halloween last year, off my little Halloween tree. The Tim Holtz pumpkins that I've drilled myself. Tim Holtz. Some jewellery. Another Shrinking ink. I made these little dangles. Little skull on. I have made bottles. Well, I haven't made the bottles. I've used the bottles and put bits in them, and then I put wax over them to make them look old. Put a little ring at the top. There's another one, so that I can hang them to things. There's a little bottle that I made out of vintage. An old bell I found. So, you know, I've put all these things in here that I've made and searched out around my, I don't know what that's in there for, that I've made and searched out from around my craft room. Another shrinky dink, jewellery, just all sorts of things really, because I am now at the point of making my dangles from journals or wherever I want to hang them. So first of all, you can see all this is nice and clean now. Remember how grotty that had become? Well, now I've cleaned it, and so I have been getting my fibres together. So this is that's my daughter's dog. This is some of that sort of fake Halloween. It's like a spider's webby thing. I have got all this orange different fibres, which I absolutely adore. Those are from, it's a yarn variety hank from Duco Designs. I got that on Etsy. I have got just bits of fabric that I've saved. That's off something I tore off a wedding dress, a vintage wedding dress. I've got the black ribbon. I've got this with some velvet fabric, scraps I've cut up into strips, lace, some like satin, old satin fabric. This thought would look cool. I had some really long zips, so I've cut the zips up. Thought they would look good. So I've gone for this black, cream, purple, some sari silk, oranges, the burgundy I like with a little gold flexing. So I've gone for this colour palette, or the black cobwebby. Gone for this colour palette. I've cut everything virtually the size of this, which is 12 inches. Some are a bit smaller. And now I'm going to, look at that, that'd make an amazing big dangle, wouldn't it? But I'm not doing one that big, I'm not. So I am going to make a dangle, and I'm going to use some of these and some of these. So I'm going to do it using a rusted thimble. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to move it over here. Actually, I think you can still see there. Let's just move the camera over. I'm going to put my thimble on this piece of wood, and I'm going to put my little, whatever it's called, it has got a name but I can't remember what it's called. I'm going to push that through, and that will become the top of my dangle. Just move these out of the way. So then I'm going to collect together my pieces of fabric. So the colours that I like. Let's just put this straight again. Maybe zoom out a little bit. Is that all right? Yep. Put my thimble there. So I'm just going to put together the colours that I want on here. Some purple and green and cream and black, and I definitely want some of this. I had it all laid out neatly before, and now it's just all just sort of gathered together. Definitely want some of this orange. That's quite cut there, I don't think. Oh, look at that piece. It's a nice piece of orange. I'll put that one in. Put some more of these orange fibres in that go there. And we start and put together exactly what it is we're sort of looking for. Your scissors, your pliers, your bits and bobs all around you. There's some, let's put the zip in this one, piece of zip. I think they were all doing all right until I put the zip in. So keep going until you get exactly what it is you're looking for. I'm going to put a bit more green. I'm going to put some of this. This was some lace that I tea dyed with green tea, and it's, so you can see it's just an off cutting where I've cut off the main body, which I must have used. Let's put some of this. This is off a vintage underskirt. Let's put that in. Let's put a little gold, a bit of burgundy and gold. Some of that black. So just keep going with it until, I think I'm getting there now, until you're happy with the dangle, and arranging it so you decide, you know, sort of what colours you want on top, etc. So yep, I am happy with that. I think the zip looks great in there. I was just going through my drawer of bits and pieces and I saw the zip and I thought, yes, let's put that bit of cream lace in. Right, so then I'm going to do this with, you can use any wire you want to, but I'm going to use some of my rusty wire. Just get it out of here. So it's Saturday today, and I'm going to finish off these dangles today and tomorrow, get them into my eBay shop. Then Monday I can get back to my magical tea party. Right, I'm going to cut off, perhaps, I'm not cutting off 12 inches, I'm probably going to cut off around 8 inches there. Cut that off. Lay all them nicely. Can't believe I had all them nicely laid out, and suddenly they just turn into a big pile of things. Right, so I'm going to fold that in half. Check my fibres again, which fibres I want on top, the order I want to arrange everything in. Pull that one a bit through, and I'm just going to tie that with a little bit of spare fibre. So if I lay it on there, I can sort of work out the middle and just tie that round. Well, it's all very quiet here today with our local football teams, arch enemy, another local town. They played football today and our team have lost, and so it's like the men in our house are just, they're mortified. It's like, it's just the end of the world. It's just the end of the world. But they didn't just lose, they lost 4-0. So, there you go. But we've got the women's finals tomorrow, the Women's World Cup finals. I was with my mum today and she's like, I just don't agree with women playing football. In my day and age, your great-grandmother. So I've just wrapped the wire around where I tied the orange, and I'm just twisting it to really, really tighten that up. Pull it down, fold it down, check my fibres again. So it's all very subdued. We were supposed, they'd even planned a celebrationary meal tonight for when our team Bolton won. So they've not won. So now it's, well, I don't fancy that anymore. I don't want that curry. We're going to have a curry. And right, so what we need to do now is get these wires through that hole. Now what you can do, and I have done before, is punched holes around your thimble using your crocodile, and you can dangle chains from around there if you want to do that, but I've chosen not to. So now I need, and it isn't easy to do, in fact it might be easy if we just sort of twist them a bit. Need to get them through that hole I made. It's like the end of the world, isn't it, if they lose football. And we pull. I'm going to haul this. I'm going to get my pliers. I'm going to pull that as tight through there as I can. So that lovely rusted thimble, and it's not a vintage thimble, it's just it's one that I got a pack of 6 or 8 something off Etsy. So pull that through, not Etsy, eBay. Just bought a fantastic 1800s journal. I don't know, not journal, ledger book. I don't know, I've done it. Don't know how I've done it. I must have been the only person to see it. It was just coming up to the end of the auction. I put in my bid and there we were. It was mine. There we go. Oh, do you know what? I think I'm going to put a skull. Should I put a skull on top of there? Let's have a look. Got these big silver skulls. Ooh. Oh yeah, look at that. Fab. So now I'm going to use my round nose pliers and I want to make a loop. Well, you'll be able to tell that I'm not a jewellery maker. I'm just going to cut a bit of that off. Oh, that's flicked goodness knows where. And I am going to twist those to make a hoop at the top. I like that on top of there. Let me see. Can you see it? Yeah. Do I need to zoom in a bit? Right, so now I'm going to take my round nose pliers and I'm going to twist those together, and that I make quite a big loop. Hang on. It's too big still. Let's just cut a bit more off. Gosh, that didn't seem very healthy. Right, I'm now going to twist those together and just keep going. Bring them together and just keep going around, around, and around, and around. So I'll get a top on there. Whoa, I like that. It's a rustic looking top, but I love it. There we are. Now then, I'm just going to check sort of the length at the bottom because I've got a few pieces that are so much sort of longer than the others. So I'm just going to cut those off. And I'm going to put them in my little scrap jar. So that, even on its own, looks great. Look at the zip. I think the zip looks fab. But what I'm going to do now is some of these bits and pieces that I've made, I'm actually going to pin them onto here now. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. So I do like this. This is one of the first ones I made. So it's on a rusted safety pin. It's a shrinking ink on the rusted filigree. I have all these, well, not all the items, but I have the rusted filigrees in my shop. I'm going to pin that in around there. So there we go, that's dangling there. I'm going to pin some more in. Let's have a look. Let's bring this over because I love these little bottles. And what I wanted to do with this, I've got a chain here, an old chain with a, you see the clip? The lobster claw. So I'm going to put the lobster claw through there to hang that bottle on. Then I'm going to get a rusted safety pin, which I just so happen to have here. I have got millions of rusted safety. I've spent a whole sort of summer rusting. There's no more now. I've been, well, there will be in the future, but my utility room has smelt of vinegar and bleach for months because I just throw it in and just forget about them and let them all rust away. I'm going to put that on there. There we go. So we've got a bottle hanging. It's hanging a bit long, that. Let's just shorten that length. Yeah, so my utility room now, it's just got loads of bottles of, it's like a witch's apothecary, loads of bottles of fabric dyes. Because my next thing is to fabric dye some, believe it or not, fabric for in my shop, and also for the book that I'm making. I bought a course from Robin Dudley House called To Die For, and making a silk dyed journal. And I made up too much dye, so I'm going to use that dye. That's there. I'm going to use that dye. That looks nice. Let's carry on round. Let's have a see what else. Let's see what else I want to put on. I'd like that bead now. Can I get that bead through? Let's have a try. Let's have a try. So these huge, Robin uses these huge doll needles. I just think they're fantastic. So, because you just don't lose them. Look at that, huge. So let's see if we can get that through there. Let's see if we can do it. If I can't, well, there must be a way. I'll think of another way. Excuse me, just while I'm... Oh, why don't we thread it through and see if we can pull it through? It's got quite a big... If you watch Manifest on Netflix, that's our latest at the moment. About halfway through season 2. Loving it. Loving it. My son said it's got one of the best endings ever. So I'm like, please don't tell me. Please do not tell me the ending. Right, let's see if I can get that through there. If I can't get it through there, I'll get it through something. My daughter's here. I'm just doing a video of it. Is everything alright downstairs? Jess upset? Yeah, there's just, like I said, there's all this falling out of the foot bottom. No, that is not going to go through there. And it's probably stuck in there now. Let's pull it out. I can't. Simple answer. Cut it off. Looks quite nice on there itself anyway. Let's have a look. Big bell. We'll put that through instead. Oh. Oh, all this falling out over football. Does this happen at your house? Oh, it's a sport, it's a game, it's, you know, it's not worth it. Right, there we go. I'll just tie that on. That's nice. So we've got the shrinking ink, we've got the bottle, we've got the bell. Actually, I know what we can do. We have got a larger hold bead. Just tie that on. It's got some beads on it. 1, 2. My daughter's fallen out with her husband, and because he's gone off in a sulk. It's like, for goodness sake, guys, you know, it's a game of football. Let it go. Let it do. It's quite a big hole in that one. Anyway, I went shopping with my mum this morning and we had a really nice time. We went to like an outlet store. My mum got up, me and mum are off to a Rhine cruise in a couple of weeks to the medieval. That's what I wanted to happen before, just to push that through. When that got stuck on the end, we're off to a medieval. It's a Rhine cruise and it's called Medieval Cities of Germany. So we're really looking forward to that. So we went this morning to get some bits and pieces. My mum wanted some shoes because she's not got enough pairs of shoes. She wanted a jacket. She wanted some tops, which she got. She's got a few other bits and pieces as well while she was at it. So it's all coming together well for her. She's getting everything she needs and wanted and more. She's happy. I'm happy. It's quite nice, isn't it? I think we'll pin that on. She's got a little tiny pin. This is just a button, a vintage button on. I mean, it might be off a wedding dress or something, but that's nice. I know that vintage pin's not going to work. Let's get another one. That's a big one. Let's get a smaller one. Here we go. Yes, I think she got everything she wanted and more. You could always glue that on as well, I suppose. So she got what she wanted and more. I got some shoes. And I got like a very fluffy little top just for if it is cold, just to, I'm not expecting it to be cold. I was looking this week, it's been like 33 degrees in Nuremberg. It's like, what is this temperature all about? So, but I thought, it's a river cruise, but in the evening it might get a bit cool, so if we're on deck I might want to stick a little fluffy top on that. Well, like that deal on there. So I'm basically just gonna keep going and going and going with these things. No, that's too big. I love all the things I've made. I just love just keep going through. Look at that little old telephone. Oh, let's put that on. So I'm going to need a pin. I'm going to need a pin, but I'm going to just need a jump ring. Let me get one. I'm getting more used to my new classroom now, knowing where things are. Right, so a little jump ring. And let's just prise that apart. I'd love some feedback on my videos. If you let me know what you think. Do I talk too much? Do I not explain enough? Or are they perfect as they are? Do you like my little anecdotes? Let me know. Let's put something else on there with that. Put that. Nope, no, I can't. That's enough. Let's close that up. Oh, we had a really horrible weekend last weekend. So we've got another weekend now that's turning out not very nice. And I hate it. I hate confrontation. But when it's over football as well, I'm sorry. But this team, they're always falling out with this other team and wanting fights. There's like things on social media, you know, if you want to fight, come and see me sort of thing. And it's like, well, where are the police here? That's, you know, surely that's hate sort of. Hate social media, so something should be done about it. So before they go to the match, they're all riled up. That's another. I like the noise. It's starting to come together really nice. What else can I put on? Look at this pussycat. I'm not ready to let him. Oh, I'm not ready to let him go yet. I have got another cat though. Oh, it's my other cat. I have got a. This is really old, little black cat there. I know he's got a white belly, but let's put him on. He looks like my cat, Rocky. Let's put Rocky on there. Let's have a look where. Put him on this side. So, I mean, you can stitch things on and whatever. You don't have to pin everything on. I just thought this was just... because I've made all these things, and plus the beauty is if you wanted to take them off, you might just want the dangle, and then you can put this just in your you might want the dangle, sorry, the journal jewellery to put on your journal, and then just put the fluffy bit on the spine. That's that. I really like that. I think I'm sort of getting to where I want to be with it now. Let's have another look. Is there anything else I want to put on there? I keep coming back to that, but I think it's too big. Ooh, the candle. Let's put that on. We could thread that through one of these, couldn't we? Let's go to this other side. Let's put it onto this little thin ribbon. Put it through and just tie it on. I think this is beautiful. You could just keep going and going and going and going, couldn't you? I'm one of these who always over embellishes, but I'm going to put the lid on that. Oh, let's put one of these let's put a skull on. I don't know if it's going to be big enough. The whole. I don't want another disaster with my pin. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's pretty strong. Let's see if that'll go. It's twisted a bit, like go through. No. Let's leave it. Oh, I know what I have got. I have got some bits in here, some dangles. Let's have a look. Got a spider. Let's put a spider on. Let's find it. Put it through. It's gone through easy enough. You don't have to put them at the bottom. You put them in the middle. You put them up towards the top. You can do whatever. Oh, where have I gone? Half 11 tomorrow, the women's women's football World Cup. So we're having now got a full English going: bacon, eggs, sausage, tomatoes, hash browns, potato cakes, black pudding, everything going tomorrow. And we're gonna and I'm gonna do some American pancakes and maple syrup and things. And we're gonna have like a breakfast buffet while we watch brunch while we watch the footy. So there we go. What do you think? Do you like it? If you get your longer pieces, either cut them off. I'm going to just pull them out because I will use them again. There we go. We've got that bigger piece on top. So let's just put a jump ring on that. I will add at some point some way of attaching it to a journal. And I will be putting this in my shop very soon. I'm busy filling up the shop with all sorts. It'll be in the Halloween section. That goes on there. And I'm looking forward to getting back to journal making now. Back to it on Monday. Journal making Monday. Tuesday I'm making something special. I'll be making some ephemera for something special. Wednesday, I'm with my mum. There we go. With my mum, it's lace book day. Thursday I'm working, and then we're coming up to Friday in the weekend again. So there we go. What do you think? Do you like that? Leave me your comments below. I think the zip looks fab. I think that little bit of cuff or whatever off the vintage wedding dress looks great. The bottle on the chain, the bead, the little old telephone there, the Victorian telephone. There's the Shrink-a-Dink on the rust, the bead, the candle, then all the different orange fibres, the old lace, the like, I don't know what it's called, but it's like spider's web on top of the old, well, not the old, the aged looking, I thought its head was spinning around then, like on The Exorcist or something, but it's got a face on both sides. The aged thimble, I think that looks great. So thank you, and the bell. Thank you so much for joining me, for watching, and I will see you again. This is Sharon, and you've been watching Be Divine Vintage, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.